Hello and welcome back to Hearthside. This is episode 20. Can you guys believe it? We made it 20 episodes. We're here. Woo! Amazing. So, today, like I said, we're going to be making some train stations, making some train track, and moving things along. But first, before we do that, I am going to let you guys know a few things that some commenters let me know. The first thing is that on our huge towers over here, I didn't need to do half the work that I did in a little bit of a way as our portions moved down the back. Because all of these are one contraption connected and all glued together, I only needed one barrel and one chute and one funnel for it all to kind of come off of here, as well as one for all of these. And we're going to take all of these barrels and such off. So this one and this, and we're going to connect them like that. There we go. I will fix all of these and take back all those extra supplies. The person that let me know about this whole thing that I was kind of doing a little bit wrong was Baxter2K19. Thank you so much, Baxter2K19. I appreciate you. You are looking out for me and our farm's welfare. There, so all I need is that little nubbin of glass now, and we have all of that up there. And the next thing I learned is really funny. You can straight out waterlog drills. I know that that's going to come in handy. Oh, buddy. And that tip came from Scuba Steve. Thank you, Scuba Steve. Appreciate you, buddy. Sunrise in Urnshire is always very pretty. And everyone's getting up and around, and it's wonderful. Now, on to our next venture. Oh, I cannot wait to see a city skyline. I cannot wait. How about you guys? We've got some more emeralds from our townspeople. I am not charging them very much because, to be quite frank, I'm a little bit more efficient at getting emeralds. And we have the Verdant Journeyman out here. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna need to put a caboose on this. I do know that. I will be putting a caboose on this. But I am so excited to lay a bunch of track. I am legitimately so excited to make our way to our new place and see what we can do with it. We are going to actually industrialize, make farms, make things that automatically make something else, and it's going to be amazing. And I think I'll switch up the style a little bit. This one is insane, to be quite frank. There isn't really too much of a theme except let's make it pretty in the moment and use lots of copper. But, and also stick stuff into walls. Lots of stuff into walls. But I'm excited. I want to build the backs of bases. I want to build the sides of bases. And we will have a little bit more room to explore that. Let's grab some of our train track that's being made up. Let's make sure we still have enough zinc. Oh, we are running out quickly. I may have to go mining. But that's fine. That is just fine. Truck, you doing good over there, wherever you are? I think it's over in the garage, probably. Let's go see, just for fun. Yep, it's in the garage. Track factory. What did I do? Produce more than 1,000 train tracks with the same mechanical press. Oh, buddy, did we do that. Good job over there. Well done, press. And me. Now let's get back on our journey of laying a lot of tracks. And cutting down a lot of trees on the way. We'll need a few more drills later, but we will just go with that for now. Now, for deciding what we want to do with our rollers, I'm scared to make a decision before I lay down all the track, but I kind of want to go with something that might be shiny. I don't know. I'm having a problem, guys. What can I use that's... Honestly, the thing that I can use that's renewable is cobblestone. I constantly have cobblestone flowing in. And I could make that into stone, of course. And then use stone slabs to fill in where all the tracks are. What are we thinking about that? I think that'll present a very nice, clean way of doing things. So I set up this little temporary measure right here. And it's going to turn all of that cobblestone into stone and then we'll make it into stone slabs. Let's put our stone cutter next to the door since we'll be using it, and grab... Or should we use stone brick slabs? I think stone brick slabs will be nicer. So we've got quite a bit of track laid so far. It's still not even close to where we need to go, but I'm going to start paving once we get to this island over here, or well, that peninsula, and we'll see how it looks. I know I could probably have straighter railways, but I'm going to be honest, when you're laying them down, it's a little harder than it looks. That's perfectly fine, though. I'm fine with them having a little bit of curve to them. So let's grab a bunch of our slabs, and we're going to need a lot more stone brick slabs. Disassemble the train, clear blocks and pave. I wanted to show you something as well. Look at these icon types. You can scroll and modify them. Look at that. You can have a little tram. You can have a bullet train, but we're going to stick with the classic because this is a classic train. I also added more drills. It's gonna have more, even more than that, but as of right now, I'm not incredibly worried about it. I just want to be able to get through an area without having my head bopped. I need more tracks. That's not very many more tracks, but oh well. Also, I need to get something to put in here. I think I'm gonna go grab a cow. I see you over there. One other thing we missed in regards to this train is that I didn't glue it all together. I was a little bit paranoid for some reason about gluing each caboose or piece together. I'm going to glue everything now because according to Baxter 2K19, that's why my barrels didn't work. That's why my backpacks didn't work. And we're going to test that out and see if they're right. I think they are. I'm pretty sure they are. Thank you again to Baxter 2K19. Appreciate you. Let's place a bunch of stuff in front of the train and fill up this barrel entirely, so we'll see if they can get the ones in the other barrels. Assemble the train. And there's a reason I have a cow in here. We will discuss it in just a second. I see what's going on. So, you see those drills and the rollers? Those are contraption actors, so that means that they will only respond to anything in that engine compartment up there. If I had portable storage interfaces and was going to retrieve something in a factory, I could put a portable storage interface on our passenger carriage, and those items would fill. So, that makes a whole lot more sense. Thank you anyway to Baxter 2K19. That really does not solve the fact that I put a bunch of drills on the top of that. If I had put drills on this, they would have gathered in there, but they're not. They're on the engine compartment. So, yeah. Let's get started once again. Now, for the cow. I had a sheep in here before, but it did not make it. We have a lot of areas with powdered snow, and the drills do not work with powdered snow. I think I would have to use deployers with shovels, but there's not really enough worth for me to do that. He is on an autopilot schedule that I put. I have an end-of-track rail line, basically an end-of-track station. So what I'm doing is every time I head on out to where we're going, I will pick up that station, add more tracks, put down that station, rename it end of track, and then give it to our delightful friend here, and we'll continue moving along in that manner. So I'll move the end of track further out, we will drill in and add rollers, replace our little stone here, and then we'll come on back. I'll grab some more stuff, more rails and such, and we will head on again and again and again. It stays here for 5 minutes so that I can go gather things from Urnshire, and then it will head right along. So far, I really might straighten out this curve. Even though I paved all of this, I can make that some sort of walk or sidewalk or something. And straighten out this curve, maybe. Actually, I have this portion straight. I should probably straighten from this end on back. Yes. So I'll change the first maybe quarter of my track. Much later, I think I'm going to lay down all the tracks and then correct that. We are around here now, and we've still got quite a bit to go. And I mean quite a bit. But we're going to be staying on the same level most of the way because I just like watching the train sail across water. I think that's pretty. So we're just going to do that. And I think I'll have the train station and somewhere in here take a right turn and maybe have it like on this portion right there. And we'll be able to get off, have a maybe a little ferry across to the quote-unquote mainland. And we might make it a mainland fully by cutting this off right here, and we'll have this portion. I might designate this as my personal island. I'm not sure. It just seems like it could also be a really good, like, residential district. We will see as we go right along, and I think I'm going to see what's on down here later as well. We'll run out of space on that island quicker than you think. I'm down here because I need more zinc, but I recently found out that if you hit these urns with Silk Touch, you will also get the loot inside, so don't hesitate to grab these with Silk Touch because there's no other way to get them. You can't craft them, and I like using them decoration. Ah, there we are, zinc. My beloved, I need a lot of you. Rails eat through zinc. Oh, goodness. One thing I suggest is that you grow zinc seeds as quickly as possible because you will need it. If you're running a lot of rail line, you'll want some. So get tertium essence, get zinc, get some tertium farmland, and you should be a lot better off than I am right now, having to last minute make a whole lot of zinc. Day 4 of placing rail. I thought I'd have this done yesterday, but that is just fine. We are getting there. We're so close. Look. All the way through all these mountains, and we are right down here. We're going to be making a turning point here, or actually a little bit further along. Sorry about that. We'll be making a turning point here, as you can see, and having the station down on this little peninsula. Oh man, we finally made it to the end of that track. Holy moly. We'll have to clear a little bit of space for the train station, and then we'll finally be ready to start our new town. I know we're in Savannah right now, but we will be moving south that way. And we might even make a little ferry later. Oh, we have a village that way. We might even make a little ferry, and then we'll be putting our town in this area. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. Finally, green grass. It's going to be beautiful. We're going to probably be clearing this grass over here. Oh no, that's podzol. That's going to be a lot of podzol to clear, but that's fine. That's fine. Let's go get our train. Head on back. I will be also doing some cleaning up along the tracks. We have a little bit of cleanup to do way back here. You see? All the way through there. And then it kind of widens out as we move along. Certain things need to be fixed, but that's fine. We can do that in between episodes. And also we need to clear up trees. And also I need to add more drills and run through this whole thing at a slower pace one more time. As you can see, I gave kind of a red carpet here in town to get into town. There's glowing moss blocks in it so that it will light up a little bit at night. Now, let's talk about our Yernshire train station. We're going to need to clear some space, of course, and figure out exactly where we want this train to stop, and add some drills to the front because we have some spacing back here that's not really enough. Let's park our train where we want it. Yes, right about there, I think, for the passenger carriage. Right, so we cleared some space and laid some basic stairs down, and now for the station. Oh, also, one more thing. I need to take the dirt off my train. We're going to remove those stations, and we're going to find a better place for them, if I remember right. I'm considering doing a very simple train platform at first. In Yernshire. Something small, something nice. So let's grab some stone bricks. I don't have very many of those, but I don't know how many I'll need. Let's measure about to the middle of the train. Give or take, I think that's right. Let's see where that presents us here. You know, just about perfect. Nailed it. So the road out of town is starting to look nice. I think I like it. We've got a very simple staircase here, and then this piece here. I think I want to put some skylights in. I know we're aiming for shade, but some skylights maybe in the middle might be a good idea, and some lights up top. But I went back to get planters. I'm gonna need more rich soil. That'll have to be a thing for later. For now, let's put some planters right here. Yes. And let's add some lanterns. There we go. And let's grab some roses. There we are. Now let's replace our lanterns in maybe better places. First off, on all corners. And second off, right next to the chairs. How's this looking so far? I think I do want a skylight in the middle. And of course some lamps up top. Let's go like that. How does that look? Presentable enough for me. Now let's get some shroom lights. Because I love using shroom lights. Let's see. I really like the reinforced shroom lights. We're going to put them on top of here. There we are. It's bright orange now, but it will change down to that teal blue that I really enjoy. And I think it'll work out very nicely. Wonderful. So what do we think? In train station 1 down? I think so. Very simple, very pretty, very Yernshire. I will work on these stairs later, and we have a welcome to Yernshire sign, of course. Oh my goodness. I'm going to tell you a secret. That rail line took me forever. Outright, straight out, forever. My goodness. Do I want to put slabs on top of these? Give them a little hat? I kind of do. I kind of like that. Right, so now, on to the next station. Oh, and let's add some drills and take care of all of that. I know the station is a little bit kind of off on its own and a little bit further forward, but I really wanted that passenger carriage to empty right out onto the station and fill from this portion, kind of central to this area. There we go, that's more tunnel shaped, and it should give us plenty of room. So let's glue all of those to it. Almost missed one. There we go. Now let's do another run on our rail line and get that tunnel drilled out in a more, wow, that's a very, very close shot, drilled out in a more nice way. That looks nice around the underneath. Now, rail. We're going to move around on half speed so that we can be certain that it will get it all. Ooh, buddy, we're going to need to clear a large area for this train station, but no worries, no worries. Oh, goodness. No worries as I throw myself directly into a ravine. We're going to have a lot of cleanup, but that's something we'll worry about later. My goodness. As you can see, we have a lot of stone and cobblestone, so we're going to be using a lot of that for our train station. We also have a lot of dirt. Like, a ridiculous amount of dirt. So, how do I want to do this? I think I want to take it from this natural break here and out to the shoreline over here and just take this whole, like, hillock down and do what I did with my other station. So, let's grab out the Wand of Symmetry. Let's stick it about here, why not? Actually, there. Actually, let's grab our Wand of Symmetry and put it more towards the train. More towards the center of the train, and I say that's going to be about at the back of this. And we're going to do that. So we'll take this front row back about 3 blocks or 4, and have you be able to get up onto a platform. And, of course, some more stone. I'm thinking I'm going to do these etched cobblestone. They have quite a bit. Chisel all of these. You know, I didn't find that nifty little button until recently. So let's go starting here. Let's make a rather large station. You know what? We're going to need something to cool ourselves down, so let's see what our options are. Actually, I have, like, fire-resistant scrolls, I believe. Let me double check. No. I have bottles of soulfire. Will this help? What do they do? I don't think that helped. I think those are meant for air. Hoglin stuff will keep us warm. Ah, water skin. Let's make some of these. And we'll do a filled water skin. Oh, I'm boiling now. You know? I may have to freeze those water skins. Oh, that's 100 degrees. No wonder it's so hot. I wonder... Icebox. I bet. I'll bet I need to put those in an icebox. Wherever it went. There's a boiler, there's an icebox. Let's grab this. And let's put it down here. And we'll have to take a look at how the icebox works. Can I put ice in it? Can I put water in it? Can I put fuel in it? We'll have to find out now, won't we? Let's grab some coal. We've got a little bit of charcoal. Okay, that's not how that works. Let's see. I really like the sound effect they used for it. Ice? We've got blue ice, and then we've got a bunch of packed ice. And one bit of regular ice. So let's try that bit of regular ice. Ah! Let's put that... Oh, blue ice cannot go in there, but packed ice can. So we'll fill up our water skins. And put those in there. And those will cool down those water skins. So let's see. Ah, there we go. Well, that's how we're going to stay cool while we're working here. I wonder if those get much cooler. 83, 84. Ah, I can put it also in my hot bar. But if it's an emergency, I can splash it on myself. Very nice. And look, it'll change as it gets colder. Wonderful. We're going to need some more packed ice later on, but we'll deal with that. For now, let's continue on. Alright, so we're starting to heat up. Let's test that whole theory with being able to hold on to it. It looks like they cool down to 70 degrees. And now it's in my hot bar. So we'll see if I start overheating. Oh, it is working just fine. It did heat up, and it is heating up. So I'll be able to just put that back in the icebox, I suppose. Might be a good thing to have here directly off. Having a few coolers and an advertisement for cold water. Right. So maybe some buildings. Some buildings might be a good thing. We're going to want a good amount of pathway. And a little ticket office. We'll make a few more ice boxes. Oh, a lot more ice boxes. Whoops. That's fine. Can you open those bottom ones? No, they act like chests. Very well. Now we're going to want a rest area, sort of somewhat. And we're going to go with clean and white. There we are, on the basics of the building. Do I have anything too close to the corners? I, in fact, do. Let's go with some oak logs for the corners. Give it a little bit more color. I don't think I want them that high, though. I don't want it to look too officey. Official. Let's grab some of these oak planks to kind of soften it a little bit. And we'll put some paintings on the inside. Maybe move these back against the wall so that I can put carpet up front. Or add a few more of them. And actually, this place could use a little bit more color. I think we're going to go with yellow. Yes, that feels a little bit better. A little more bright. And I could probably help this station feel a little less aggressive with having a bit of a roof, huh? I think I'm going to connect these two roofs so that it gives kind of a rain shield as people are moving through the station. Oh, gotta go get my temperature cooled down. We use spruce on a lot of roofs. You know what we don't use is acacia, because we haven't had it. Let's try that out for size. Yes, that looks very nice. Wonderful. Let's get some light in here and some shelving, paintings. Let's grab some of these birch stairs. I don't use that for shelving very often. I'm gonna need more paintings. Let's do that Frost Valley. We're gonna go vintage and we're gonna do the acacia. Yes, that looks nice. Oh, that's so big. Okay, I like those. Why not? There we are. Now all we have to do is put a retaining wall around this beast. And I think we're done with the second station and we can move on to what I wanted to show you. Let's do... I just have so many stairs. I want to use them. And with that, train station 2 is done. How are we feeling about these, guys? Do we like these train stations, or do you think we should take one of them down and redo it? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you. Ooh, this one does need to be fixed at this end. And this end. I just know that I did want a place where you could get amenities. We'll have to put some ice in here. Now let's head on back because I want to show you what all these stations can do. The train stations, I mean. I have not laid one down on this end, but that's just fine. I have 2 laid down at the other end, and we will get an automated system up and running for these. In other words, I'm going to have something like a dog or a horse or a pig or something driving this train back and forth continuously. It will be arriving at Hearthside backwards, but that's only temporary until we can build a loop in one side and then the other. As of right now, if I have to lay a single track more, I'm going to cry a lot. Ah, lovely. Now we're back. Let's talk about these train stations. You can do a lot with them. I missed a stair. Did I miss a stair on the other side? No. Good. All right. So, first off, we are going to want to make a train schedule so that our people can see when the train will be back. First off, let's disassemble this train. And let's take off all of this. We no longer need it at the moment. Might need more later, might need more drilling and such. I'll get up there eventually. I cannot wait until I get some flight augments. That will be very nice. And the reason I came all the way back here was because I accidentally put my controller, my advanced controller, up in my inventory. There we go. Train's back to normal. No shelves of barrels, no more needing to worry about all of that for the moment. Now, train stations. Now that we've assembled our train, let's talk about what all we can do with these. We can open all of the doors. First off, onboard door control. On the other place, at the other station, we will have to open only one set of doors because the other side is completely covered in stone and grass and all sorts. So, the onboard door controls is something, but we're going to open all doors here at the Urnshire stations. So, let's talk about the billboards. The display board specifically, and where we want it. Honestly, this space over here is a little bit more empty, so we're probably going to put the display board over here. And we're going to need more of them. We'll start out with that sort of look. It's not going to look like that always. We're going to grab a large cogwheel. Actually, we might not do a large cogwheel right there. We're going to get some gearboxes. There we go. Ah, the display board is not rotating now with enough speed, and I have forgotten that the display boards need a speed requirement. That's frustrating. And it's fine. Let's grab 2 of these. And a few of these. And in fact, we can probably replace this with this. In fact, replace this with this. And remember our gear ratios. Where did that go? There we go. Now that's rotating with enough speed. Now we're going to grab this display link and this redstone link. Alright, so let's take a look at this display link. They can be used to visualize dynamic information, and this is what we're going to be messing with. We'll right-click the target display, and then attach it to a block to read from. I'm going to need... Open the interface and select what is sent. So you can put things on a depot and it will display the information from that. It can also work with Nixie tubes. So we'll click this. And then we'll click one of our train stations. So we are going to do our train schedule status. Ooh, actually, or the summary. I kind of like this. Train column size. Platform column size. We'll have to experiment with this, huh? Let's experiment. And we've got big data going on. I want it to be on returning. Oops. We're going to do train schedule status. And it can't display anything without anything going on. So we're going to get an animal of not the aquatic type. A chicken should do just fine. Or a sheep. Come with me. And then we're going to give him a train schedule. And in fact, I know that on the other side, I do not have that schedule done yet, but we are just going to go with this as it stands anyway. And we're just going to wait at either end for 30 seconds. Nope, don't take me with you. Goodbye. Ah, interesting. Dynamic timetables. Forecast a train's arrival on your display board with the help of display links. So we're going to have to alter this a little bit. And honestly, we may need to change a few things. When the train gets back, we will. Because look at that. That is a terrible name, a terrible way of putting things. One other thing that we can do with the display boards is we can get a clipboard. And we can change certain things. This will give us dynamic stuff, but that top one will stay the same. And if I want it to be a different spacing, we just move that over. And we change it. However, that's too far. That's still too far. Ah, and look, it updated 7 minutes till it gets to the end of, or from the end of track. Which is what I named that other station for now. And it changed! Lovely! We are going to change our train name probably, or find a way to maybe make it display on more than one line. Let's see what that does. Oh, and there it is. That did not update quick enough, but that's fine. Right, so we're going to change this station name to simply Urnshire, so we know where it's going. And the Verdant Journeyman is a little bit of a mouthful, and it's long on the display boards, and I kind of want to keep it small and cute. So we're going to name it Verdant Toy. It's a small toy train, it's adorable, we're going to name it that. And I noticed that it parks the train, it seems, with the last carriage at the last one. So we'll have to move this station anyway. Do you see what I mean? This last station here is where the end portion of this is going to be. So we're going to want it actually all the way over here. And we'll grab our display link. and put it on the back side. That's not what I meant to do. You can do that backwards. I'm not sure what it does. There we are. So we're gonna park at Urnshire. See where that ends. Very close, a little bit too far forward. So we're gonna move our train forward, or a little too far back, to be honest. So we're gonna put this right here. Yes. So we'll take the train station and we'll go about it another way. Right. We'll see how that parks up. There we are. It barely moved. I feel like that's wonderful. Perfect. So we are going to want the train to be able to leave this station. So we are going to put that here. And we'll hide it somewhere. Maybe underground. Can it still be bound? We'll find out. And we'll say, leaving Urnshire, leaving YS, and we'll drive it to the end of the track. Excuse me, I'm sitting down too. Well, or I'm here. The end of the track, we'll have to put it back at the other station, so we'll have to figure out where it needs to go. And on each side, you're going to want 2 stations, if you're not going to loop it. And honestly, I'm probably going to loop it, but we will see in a little while. Is that where I want it? Yeah, that's about right. I'm going to add a little bit of a platform over here as well. Just a smidgen of something. Maybe a bunch of slabs. And then a slabs right on the edge where the stairs are. But we'll do that in a second. For now, let's get a train station in. There we are. And we will put it in this building. Ooh, too far. In this building? Haha! You'll have to climb over the counter to get to your job. Sorry, sir. Actually, let's just quickly reconfigure that. There we go. And we will call this... Oh, jeez. I don't have a name for the new city, but I will randomly generate one if you guys don't come up with one that you like better. So right now we're just going to call it New City. And we will put a display board here later after I figure out how to work them in the first place. It seems like such a simple process. It probably is a simple process, but I'm good at missing the obvious things on occasion. We're also going to need to attach deployers and maybe make some patterns because I think it'll be useful for us to have some lighting in our tunnels. I keep taking creepers with me on these journeys, and then when I get back, like 8 of them blow up immediately. Alright, let's change our train schedule. We're going to go to New City, and then we're going to return to Urnshire, and wait 30 seconds at each. We're going to skip the current stop, loop it forever, and go grab an animal again. I keep losing my animals to creepers. Did I mention that? And now let's put the chicken in the seat. And let's give him... I'm stuck in it. No, let me leave. Please. There we go. Bye, chicken. There we are. I figured it out. My apologies for that taking so long, but I'll show you what we did. First off, we titled it with train schedule using a clipboard. Then we gave it one line, and we said leave that blank, so we start on line 3. We put the train station summary on it, and the train station name filter to Urnshire. So it will tell us when something's moving to another place. The Verdant Toy is going to be at New City in 2 minutes. And then it will be on its way back to Urnshire, and we will watch that change over. Oh, it's coming from New City. I see. And it's going to New City, actually, from Urnshire. Interesting. So, Verdant Toy to New City. If we were to get on now, we could go there. And it will be back and heading to New City in 9 minutes. There we are. So we'd have a 10-minute wait and a 10-minute ride. My goodness, and that's if we want to go back and forth, but I feel like we're not going to go back and forth so much. I just wanted the train line for the option. And we may start delivering stuff from Yernshire to New City, depending on how I want to do things. Oh, don't worry, I'm an expert. We're heading back. And I made the train line just tall enough for me to stand on the back. And go right through the tunnels. And we're back. I'm gonna hop on. And we're gonna go to New City. And it's leaving now. In about 30 seconds. Right, so we're back at the next station, and that's where we're going to conclude our ultra-long episode this time. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for sticking around with me until the end. I will see you guys next time when we build the heart of this city, a massive steam engine that will end up giving us quite a bit of power. I am so excited. I can't wait to see you there.